nothing but truth on AFR Talk. Good evening to you.
Oh, I bet it's nothing but truth. Let's hear this.
And Pat Vaughn, we're talking about the decision in the Ninth Circuit, Federal Judge Vaughn Walker overturning Proposition 8 that we've been redeemed and bought by the blood of Christ. So we want to hear your calls. We want to find out is what will you do from this point on in terms of telling your children what kind of world will they live in? Homosexuality does spread disease. It has.
Yeah, regular sexuality spreads disease.
And we've got to be bold enough to go out there and say, hey, it's not only sinful, it's dirty. It's bad.
It's bad for society.
Okay, go ahead, Jason. Delaware, Ohio.
Wow. I'm in Mississippi right now. My plan is to head over to the West Coast, and then from the bottom of the West Coast, move up all the way up the side of the United States back to British Columbia. That is my plan. I think I'll probably be home around the end of August. Some native pheasants, looks like. You should come out here and listen to the forest in the evening when all the insects come out. It's loud. I think it sounds a lot nicer than buses, personally. So I'm driving down the highway in Dallas, Texas, right? And I come across one of those big mega churches. Well, okay, there's not just one, there's tons of them around here. Huge mega churches all the way down the, with, parking for hundreds. And I come across one of those big churches, and right next to it on the highway is this equally big building that has on the front of it, Gun Zone. I think the term rednecks is well-deserved. It's very well-deserved. By the way, I know Aronra lives here, and I'm gonna see if I can get a ride on his motorbike. That wasn't a euphemism, by the way. Fuck you. So you couldn't change the channel to anything other than football
when I first moved here, you couldn't change the channel, you couldn't change the TV to any channel, even PBS, for 20 minutes without hearing the name Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all football, and I was completely sick to death of it. Yeah.
There's only one game in the world that I think is probably more boring than football, and that game is cricket.
My son was walking around with a Harry Potter t-shirt on, and my skinhead neighbors gave him some kind of crap about Harry Potter being witchcraft, and then that he was threatening his eternal soul and all this, and he blew that off. He was a little kid at that time, about 8 years old.
8 years old?
About 8 years old. And they said, well, aren't you afraid of what God's going to do and all this? And they realized I don't remember what he said, but they realized that he didn't believe what they believed, and said, don't you believe in God? And he foolishly answered, honestly.
Why do you say foolishly?
Because this is Texas. You don't admit that you don't believe in God.
What, but I thought, so your neighbors don't know that you don't believe in God?
Oh, no, they know I do.
Okay.
Okay, because I've made myself an example. But, the little kids, my daughter doesn't say anything. There's a lot of her friends that don't know. And
I wonder how many of her friends, I wonder how many closet atheists there are around here.
She says she met one other in the crowd at her school, because her school would do this thing called See You at the Flagpole, where the school would endorse that the children would go to the flagpole and put their hands on the flagpole and use it as an antenna to pray to God.
Okay.
And my daughter was commenting to herself that when one of her friends is using the flagpole as an antenna, as if that would improve the reception or something, she thought that was ridiculous, and she's out there talking to herself.
Yeah.
And one of the other girls in the crowd had realized that, that she wasn't taking this seriously.
Yeah.
And so it came up and said, atheist rule, in a hushed voice, which is ironic in the extreme. But anyway, my son answers this woman that he didn't believe in God, and she treated it like a medical emergency.
Oh, it's like, quick, get the Bible.
Well, she went running in to get her husband, who came out,
oh, no, not going to get the Bible. Run in and get the husband, because the wife doesn't know what to do, because she's just a woman, right?
Oh, exactly. So it was kind of like he brought out a first aid kit, but it's just a Bible. And so I come outside because I'm going to call the boy in to eat, and I walk out and I see the neighbor holding the Bible against his head. And I can tell right away what's happening. He does this thing 3 times, I'm like, what the hell? And he looked up and he saw me coming and he disappeared back into his house. Okay, I don't understand how it is that a grown man in the modern age could believe that a spell like that would work.
And yet they're really worried about witchcraft, and yet they're literally kind of doing that.
Exactly that, yeah. The hypocrisy is rampant in religion.
Not only rampant, it seems to be endemic.
You know what? I believe we've emptied this place.
Oh yeah, they're all scared.
I think everybody's ready to go home.
What time is it?
It is 11:30 almost.
Wow, time's flown.
Welcome back to the Michael Basin Show. Serious topic going on today. Infidelity, man, it's going down everywhere, as we talk about it every week. Look, it's one thing to hear about your partner. It's a whole other experience to catch in there.
Jesus Christ, indicate.
And Tuesday's forecast is calling for plenty of sunshine and a high in the upper 90s. Now let's get back to more of your favorite music here on KEO.